Hey, what's going on? It's going to be a replay review for Arctic Foxes. I believe this is game 1. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at ball chasing. Going to check out your boost, see how you guys been doing on pads. So for you guys, Shadow Storm, good job on small pads. M-Tip, good job on small pads. Papa Hoff, 420. You need to be looking for more small pads. Probably the reason you spent so much time with zero boost. Spending over a full minute with zero boost is pretty crazy. So definitely work on getting some more small pads and try to make sure you guys are stealing big pads when you're rotating out on offense. Looking at the heat maps, nothing too crazy here. I'm gonna look at movement real quick. I just want to look at the power sliding. Yeah, so good job with the power sliding, Papa Hoff. M-Tip and Shadow Storm both need to probably power slide more. You guys probably aren't using power slide during recover to maintain momentum, so definitely look at doing that more. Look at the boost heat maps, or the player heat maps here real quick. Yeah, it looks like you guys spent a lot of time across the net. Hopefully that's good back post rotations. We'll see when we get to the replay. That's what's going to be next. So let's get into it. Alright, so here we are. Let's get into it. Hopefully looking for you guys to be rotating more efficiently, using the boost lanes to get more pads, challenging when you need to, and keeping possession, either through possession passing or through playing the ball with the time you have. So right here, one of you could definitely be helping Shadow Storm. He has the ball controlled upfield. No one's up here with him. And one of their teammates is way upfield with you guys, so you could be in a really good 2v3 situation here if you're playing up a little bit more. Yeah, see, no one here to shoot this. This is pretty much a free ball, and you both are in the same position now trying to go for the ball. Way to wait, M-Tip. Nice, good goal. So Papa, in that situation, if things get awkward, Shadow's there, just let him play the ball. He's already coming with all his momentum. There's probably another situation where you probably want to let M-Tip play it, but you did a good job. So you're really close to Shadow here, Papa. You kind of pass the ball up to Shadow. So at this point, you should either be looking to maybe play this off the wall, or just turn up field, or start getting back, depending on how you think Shadow's going to do with this ball. But you end up so close to him that even if he had maintained possession, you're just right there with him and you're not really assisting him at all. M-Tip, good job being back post. Should be an easy clear for you. Good shot, Shadow. So Papa Hoff, I guess you're probably zero there, and M-Tip pulled up, so it's alright, but you probably wanted to be center there. Good play, good play. So now I guess here's where things are going to start turning south for you guys. Yeah, so right here, Shadow, you just want to go for this ball. You're the first man, and you know you just passed M-Tip back post. So the idea here is you want to add enough pressure that this guy can't just take an easy shot. And you want to give M-Tip enough time to react to what's going to happen. But here you give M-Tip this much time to react to what's happening, which is not enough. And he ends up getting beat. So when you're that first man, you want to just force a play. You want to force them to do something with the ball. And then you want to get out of the way so your teammate can make a play. Good job controlling that M-tip. Shadow, you're kind of rotating out center field here. You could definitely look for the bump and have stolen the corner boost. You probably have enough time, and Papa Hoff should be coming in to shoot if anything gets centered. Not terrible to rotate out the way you did, though, because you've got enough pads. Okay, Papa Hoff, you want to be really careful about just doing the U-turn and net. Really hard to make a play from that position. It's a lot easier if you are grabbing pads and coming back this way. It's going to be a lot easier to make a play, and especially on something out here, you're going to have an easier time just keeping your momentum and coming out this way than if you try to return all the way to net and then come out this way. And there's also the added risk of coming up off this edge and getting messed up, or accidentally hitting the back here and then not being able to turn around because you're drifting. Really want to communicate here and make sure we know who's playing the ball. This is those high pressure situations where you can end up getting scored on. You just really want to be calling the ball every single time. Papa, you should definitely just let Shadow play this and look to get behind him for the next touch since he's a little bit closer. Good play, M-tip. Little bummer you got bumped there. Alright, someone should be centered at this point. M-tip is. Not bad. Papa Hoff, you're kind of all the way across the field here. Oh, because you went for that corner boost. Definitely plenty of pads out here. You want to stay more central to the ball side. Probably want, as M-tip's going in, you probably want to be over in this area because M-tip's kind of covering this side of the field right now. Yeah, because more than likely with the ball slowly on the backboard like that with two defenders, they're most likely going to be able to put it out straight. They're not going to let it go all the way up and over. Shadow, you probably could have turned there, but it's okay to do a little safer play. So here we have M-tip and Papa Hoff kind of picking up and putting the same position. M-tip, if you saw Papa Hoff, you probably just want to stay back a little bit and just let him play this. Yeah, because now you're kind of caught in no man's land. Good try on the challenge. Papa Hoff's back post. Good job peeling out there, M-tip, and not cluttering the play. That's definitely what you want to do. Except you wanted to get these 4 pads here before you came back. But definitely good job not staying in corner and cluttering this. Because now Papa Hoff has a clear... He clearly knows that he's playing the ball here. So right there, when Papa Hoff gains control, you could come out of the net a little bit, especially because Shadowstorm's behind you. And you don't want to be stopping Shadowstorm from making a play because you're making yourself the last man. So you should definitely be upfield here, probably center for a shot. Yeah, good job going up for that. Papa Hoff should be trying to get some boost and probably play this. You guys get bumped. Shadow, be careful on rotating out ball side here. What ends up happening is you're coming back straight with the ball. So you and Papa are most likely going to collide because he's coming towards the ball. So what you want to do in those situations is somehow get into one of the boost lanes, be it this one or this one. Because if you're over on the sideline here, there is this 100 canister, but there's only 2 pads on the sideline. So the odds of you getting a lot of boost on the sideline are pretty slim, especially if one person takes that mid boost, you're going to be 0 boost for quite a while. Which is probably why you guys are fighting right now, because you need boost. Good try on that, Papa. Shadow, don't be afraid to take a little more time on this. There's a couple different things you can do. You should recognize that after Papa misses, you have a totally free ball here. So you could wait a sec. You have M-tip center. So the different plays you could go for here, a lot of people are just going to hit it into the corner. But you already got a guy on the wall here, and this guy's ready to go here, you know. So what you're going to want to do is either try to pass it off this wall and out high center, somewhere over here where it's not on the back wall and M-tip can make the play. Or you're going to want to control it a little bit maybe dribble like 2 taps and then try to shoot it across this way so that M-Tip can come in and make the play on the ball towards the net. You end up booming it out, but it's just back wall, which is, and that takes a lot of time and gives them enough time to get all 3 defenders back here. And M-Tip doesn't have a chance to shoot. Papa, you got caught out last man here. So right here, when you're returning, you end up deciding to go towards the ball. Definitely want to be going this direction. That way you can make a play. You're going to put yourself in a really tough position time and time again if you come back ball side like this. Because now the ball's kind of over you and you got to kind of do some weird touch where you don't have any momentum. Not terrible, but you ultimately end up losing a free ball. Careful on double touch or overplaying Shadow. M-Tip was there for a big boomer clear. Not bad play though, because you kept possession and got boost. Someone should be a little further upfield here, be it probably Papa Hoff, because M-Tip is back. Problem right here is that Shadow has no support. He ends up kind of winning the ball upfield, and there's just no one anywhere near on your guys' team. Good job forcing a play there, Papa. Okay, M-Tip, you and Papa are in the same position right now. You should have stayed back, because you can see Papa in front of you. So you can see right here, you have both of your teammates in front of you, M-Tip. Papa, you probably shouldn't have turned, but M-Tip, you just gotta be careful for that. And that's a lot of why we say don't return ball side, because that's what confuses this play here. You know, no one's really close enough, so you and M-Tip and Papa Hoff are in the same kind of location. So right here where Papa Hoff turns around, he's returning ball side. Instead of doing that, Papa, definitely take this boost and look for bumps to clear out. If you'd cleared out the goalie here, Shadowstorm just has an open net shot. Someone should already be up on that as soon as it's going up towards the backboard. Hopefully Shadowstorm catches that. Yeah, it's not bad. So Papa, that's why we talk about being back post right there. This play is just 100 times easier if you're just waiting back post instead of being out middle. You end up having to make a correction and try to make a weird aerial, and you kind of fake out M-Tip. So if you wait back post, that's going to be a much easier clear, and you're going to be facing straight at the ball, and you're going to be touching the ball in that working cone. And pretty much every time you're going up for an aerial, the more turning you have to do before you go up, the harder it's going to be. That's what can make training pack shots a lot easier and also not train you as much, because you're usually facing straight the direction you need to go to shoot the ball. But that's also the easiest way for you to work the ball. So M-Tip, you pulled up a little too far there. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys get scored on here, judging by the timeline down there. But yeah, you guys got a triple commit there, getting some panic plays, and just eventually get scored on. So how you guys can avoid that? Right here, Shadow, just forget about the ball. Let M-Tip play it. M-Tip, you should be a little further back post. Papa Hoff, you should be returning back post. Papa Hoff, instead you're trying to 50 your teammate. Definitely next time, just go wide, get back post. Get a couple boost pads, you know, and you'll go less wide the less time you have. Here you had quite a bit of time. You could have got a lot of boost. But worst case scenario, you get like those two and come back. Yeah, so right here we have all three going for the ball. Shadow, the ball's kind of over you and you're not going to get a good touch. You should just let it go and just turn around at this point, because the ball's passing over you, and you could easily have grabbed this boost and just turn around right here and then be back post the other way if the ball goes all the way over. Papa Hoff at this point should have been back post anyways, so he should have been able to play this easily. Right there, not a bad touch, Shadow. Papa Hoff, you just got a little too excited and drove out of the net. So yeah, so just in those clutch plays, really make sure you're letting one teammate go at a time and trying to just maintain a few pads, then getting back post again. That's what's going to get you out of those panic plays. Yeah, you definitely should have went for that, Shadow. I don't know if it just got awkward for you or what, but definitely try to go for those. M-Tip, this is you again. Good job. So So good job turning back there, Shadow, recognizing. But you're putting yourself in just such a tough position here because of the path you took. Had you took a path coming back this way, you'd have been able to play the ball straight out and had an easy play, but instead you put yourself on the same side as the ball, on the same wall, and you just put yourself in a really tough position to play this ball. Right here when you cut in, you should have just stayed out a little further. Yeah, ultimately you should have been clearing that. M-Tip, don't be afraid to play that. You're already there. Maybe don't flip into it if you don't want to get caught out too much, but definitely need to play it because you're stopping your teammate from playing it. Okay, Shadow, you went all the way to this corner boost. No reason to do that. Just look for pads and move up mid. Your one teammate just got demoed, so that you know you're for sure not going to have to be the last man back, because Papa Hoff just got demoed, so he's last man. So you should definitely be up here supporting M-Tip. M-Tip actually has a really nice pass, and you might even still get a shot. No, but you definitely could have had a shot on that, or at least maintain possession. M-Tip, be careful, you're playing the ball side again. That's kind of what causes some confusion here. Like, that touch right there was okay, but right here you should be going back post hard. Because right here, you're stopping Shadow and Papa Hoff from playing it. Papa Hoff, I don't know why you're putting yourself in the corner here. There's just no reason to be all the way in the corner. You could be just waiting here and be just as effective, if not more effective. Yeah, you end up playing the ball towards your own net here and faking out Shadow Storm because you're playing the ball in your own corner towards your net. Work on those recoveries, Papa Hoff. Yeah, so right here, Shadow gets caught out. You probably got greedy for the boost here. Right here, you should recognize that you're not getting the ball because you can see the Papa Hoff's all fucked up. Good try to play that off the back wall, but I know it would have been a good play had you got it. You're just putting yourself in a really tough position here. You're going to have to get lucky on the read, and you don't have much boost, so you pretty much need this dude to hit it at you. M-Tip probably got held up by you making that play there is why he stopped. You could see he cheated forward, then stopped for a second. Had you not made this play, this is just a free ball for M-Tip. He can just drive straight out of the net with this and put it up to Papa Hoff. But instead he gets hesitant because you're there on the wall. Or at least be very clear that you're not getting the ball in those situations if you want to go for it. Call out very quickly missing or need help, so that way he knows he should go. Okay, M-Tip right here, you definitely should be back post. You kind of drive out towards the net weird, but definitely just slow down and go back post. Papa ends up having to cut you, but there's still just not enough time. So right here, as soon as you don't get the ball, and as soon as you see Shadow in front of you here, your goal should just be getting back post. So you should have just went right there. That little turn right there, been back post. Instead, you maybe get greedy for a second pad or something. You're way out here, and you're nowhere near where you can play the ball. Good kickoff. Good turn upfield there, M-Tip. That's kind of what we want to see when your teammates have possession. Should be staying in a position where you can help them and where you can get back if you need to. Shadow, you're kind of ball side here, making this play really tough, and you end up kind of doing a couple useless plays. Good try on the game, though. Yeah, so main thing, still just going back post when we need to, and communicating to our teammates when we're playing the ball. And not returning ball side. And that's what confuses your teammates is when you're returning ball side, they think you're playing the ball, and it's going to be something awkward because you're pretty much going to have to take a reverse 50, or you're going to be hitting it towards your own net, is usually how it ends up. So don't be afraid to just peel off the ball and go back post, because that lets your teammate know that they can go. You just really don't want to be sitting there locking up your teammate, stopping him from getting an easy clear, because you're challenging or pushing the ball towards your own net. Alright guys, that's it. Hopefully this helps, and if we do future reviews, we'll cover a little more stuff about keeping possession and looking for our teammates for passing and stuff. Just really want to see you guys using the boost lanes and getting back posts when you need to, and stopping those double commits, and not returning ball side. Alright, thanks guys.